All right, man. This is one of our special 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time shows. We're doing getting introduced to a bunch of new projects on Wax, a couple on Solana, and of course all the new communities that we're getting introduced to on Ethereum. One of the first groups, I can't even remember, Eric. How we got in touch. Somebody sent you guys to me or something like that. So it's unusual guests on on OpenSeed. We're gonna hear all about that today. But yeah, like right off the bat, somebody was like, "Man, you guys need to get these guys in there and get them a gallery." They were super excited about it. So top level, could you kind of let us know what Unusual Guests is all about? Just fucking tell us everything.
Yeah. So Unusual Guests was created by the artist Claudio Baldrich in Argentina. He's a very famous street artist there. I joined the team maybe 3 months ago as a mod in the Discord, and we're really trying to show off the art to as many people as possible. It's an art-based project, NFT. Doesn't come with a ton of utility right now because our mint didn't go fantastically, I'll say.
Okay.
We did end up minting out at around 2,160 tokens, which is not terrible at all. And we really want to get eyes on us as far as just how cool the art is. Like, the stuff you're showing is different than any NFT out there right now as far as just the art, because it's all of Claudio's actual real stuff that you'll see all over the streets of Argentina.
Oh,
so
that's
pretty awesome. I mean, the streets are painted with
really cool.
This exact artwork.
Oh man, that's incredible. So again, like we're gonna be helping you guys get a gallery booted up in in the new ETH-based map. I think we'll probably do the creative side, but that was a question that I'll ask, because we have creative and survival worlds that we're booting up. I'll explain the difference here in a little bit. But it'd be great. Like, I'm really excited to get these things up in a gallery. But it'd be really cool if we could also get like a picture of his street art up. Yeah, like just to tell some of that story. And we want to do a blog post about you guys too. So this is maybe something that we can kind of include. I'll introduce you to my buddy Jimmy, who's our staff writer.
Yeah, we have a ton of content of Claudio actually painting, videos of him, lots of pictures of him actually on the street with the paintings, and that shouldn't be a problem to get that up. And I kind of feel like the art definitely merges well with the Minecraft stuff, because the kids can kind of relate to this too, and anyone who really plays. I mean, when they see this kind of stuff, it's definitely eye-catching. I mean, that's what caught me into the project.
Right.
I'm usually not a super art person. I'm more utility driven when it comes to NFTs, and this was one I was like, yep, definitely gonna get in on that. So
yeah, it's cool, right? Well, and just even from a pragmatic point of view, because the colors are all kind of very very primary, there's not a whole lot of gradient. These are going to show up really well in World when we put the pictures up. And I know you sent some to me already. It's actually Jen and I are going to be putting in. We're going to pick some land for you, number one, and I think we're going to put up like a logo and a single piece. And it usually it costs our in-game token Uplithium to do picture installs, because we actually have people that need to go in and do that. It's not like automatic or whatever. But I'm actually fronting the Uplithium cost to get a couple demo pictures up for everybody, myself, just to get it in there, just because I want to see them on the land so fast.
I saw some of the stuff. I was out tinkering around on the one land that you sent me, and I was like blown away by some of the galleries that you guys already have up, like that Mall Gallery, MAUL. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, the Mall Gallery. Yeah,
that was something that like I can totally see Unusual Guests having something very similar to that, and we want to call it like the Unusual World, and that's kind of what Claudio had in his vision from the beginning, from what I was told. He doesn't speak very great English, and he's not real big on the social stuff.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get him to be more engaged with maybe doing an AMA or a Discord or something like that, so people can kind of actually pick his brain a little bit.
Right. So yeah, I was actually thinking about the Ruby Cube thing. So I'm going to play that video here just to kind of give you some ideas, because we've got dozens of galleries now that are propping up, but we've also got like cityscapes and people creating like games in the platform. For anyone that doesn't know, it's basically what we've done is we have NFTs currently on Wax that act as land deeds. You hold this NFT in your wallet, and it automatically gives you build and ownership rights to a specific region in our Minecraft universe, right? So we've got a bunch of servers all connected together, so you can walk through portals from one to the next. We've got creative worlds and we've got survival worlds, right? So the creative world in Minecraft, you can literally use anything in the Minecraft palette at will, right? So you can give yourself 1,000 diamonds and build a house out of diamond blocks, whatever. It doesn't really matter. So there's no economy there. And the survival worlds, things are much more interesting. We've got an in-game token that we do like play to earn with, right? So anybody who comes and visits your plot, you get some upliftium. Players earn it just by playing around in the world, right? So we've got some distribution through like proof of play, and one of the main use cases for upliftium is in the survival worlds where you have to mine everything, you have to cultivate everything that you use to build. You can create shops where you can like sell wood or sell diamonds for upliftium, and people are buying and selling and trading all the different materials, which have allowed people, like if you look at world maps, because we've got live maps that you can see from a browser of Uplift or Londum, which are two of the survivor worlds. The amount of stuff that people are building there is completely insane.
Yeah,
especially when you know that like every piece of glass had to get boiled from sand, right? Like that, like just every single thing that people have created in there, like all the materials were sort of cultivated in real time. Like it wasn't just kind of magic or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of fun. So it's going to be sort of exciting to share that with you guys. But we'll watch this, and then we'll hang out and sort of maybe have you ask a couple questions about it, and then
sounds good.
We'll go from there. So yeah, that's one plot of thousands.
Yeah, tell me Unusual Guest doesn't fit perfect in that video.
The second I saw it, and we have the Meta Art Club's group of 35 artists. They're on the front page of OpenSea right now. They're sort of this big deal out of Hong Kong. They're kind of going to be coming in and doing a gallery as well. But they had to pick, right? So they've got all these different artists, and so I put a demo up in the my little build in Old World, like the couple pyramids or whatever. So I put some demo pictures, and I had to pick all these ones that were kind of using the primary colors, right? So it doesn't look like bad if you have color gradients. Like obviously saw in some of those that of the photography or whatever, it still looks cool. It's not going to look like super high def or anything, but it looks cool. But this stuff just pops, like it hits you in the face, which I'm I'm really excited about it. So I guess like. Just to tell you the difference between, because I've been kind of assuming that we'd throw in creative, but I want to ask just in case. Creative's easier, right? Like to get your initial build up and get to the point where you can throw some pictures up and kind of make this experience, right? And we kind of host some events. A lot of people are doing like Twitter Spaces, and then they'll tell everybody how to get in game and just say, "Hey, meet us all here," and then that turns out to be really fun. But the survival worlds. Long term, I think the consensus is that there's going to be more foot traffic because it requires a village to kind of make the build. and you'll be connected with all the survival worlds that exist, right? Because you can bring materials from, Gratitude, which is a survival world, or Chicken Ka. You could go buy them and come and put stuff into space. But then, it's more connected. So there's a lot more players doing a lot more things because there's a lot more that needs to be done. And I guess if you know any Minecraft people in your community, over time they will have preferred to be in survival. It's generally what we're learning.
Yeah, we were wondering what one would have more foot traffic just to get more eyes on us, and I guess that would be survival.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking anyway. But I didn't know how, when we talked originally, you said maybe, try to get your build up by a certain day before you guys launch, and you can always tinker with it later. Is that the same in survival mode?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we want to, and again, what we get up before we do the whole goal, the thing that'll help us kind of the most, right? Because we're sort of bootstrapping some revenue off this. I think the game plan is to be doing our first Ethereum auctions mid June, right? So you have a month, right? And you can build a basic thing, even without anything in a weekend, right. On survival. So that's not too hard. And then we'll get some pictures up. But you guys are going to own this plot, right? So what you guys do with it ongoing is entirely up to you.
Okay.
Right? The meta art people as another example, they're purposefully building the ground floor so that we can constantly change the pictures in the bottom. Right. But I mean, what you guys end up doing with it.
Yeah. That picture I sent you over the water and the two things. I mean, that would be something that would, in the long run, look ideal, I think.
Right. Oh yeah. So we were talking about getting. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
I have way too many conversations.
You're good. I get it.
Right. But so that I'm gonna see if I can actually pull that up, because that would be. So I talked about getting you guys a water plot. Building this in survival from a water plot would be challenging.
Okay. But that would be one where you maybe hire someone to do it for you.
Right. That'd be a good idea. And there's definitely a lot of builders in our ecosystem that would take one look at that and go yes, I definitely want to tackle that. So the thing that actually I think TC's already in here in the comments. TC, I'll send you the picture so you have an idea. You'll totally get it. But we just did a build competition with the other side lands. Right, which of course you can't go to yet. I mean, it's Yuka Labs, so they'll probably figure it out. But so people are actually building versions of that, but in Minecraft, and it went shockingly well.
I saw some of them. I saw some on the Discord, the Uplift Discord. Someone turned a fire one in. It was insane.
Yeah. It's been pretty good. My browser's going a little bit crazy right now. Yeah, TC said not impossible, but a challenge for sure.
Did he see that picture?
Yeah, no, I haven't sent it to him yet, but I will. So yeah, basically it's it's like building an island in that thing. But I guess that the reason why people gravitate towards survival, one of them I should say, is that it's amazing to kind of build these sort of engineering things with the whole palette and whatever, right? But to do it in survival means that you kind of had to pull the community in, you're part of the economy. It's a bigger deal to have accomplished it there, a much bigger deal, frankly, because it's harder to do, right? But then it just means you're connecting with all the reasons why it's kind of tougher. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can pull that picture up so we can take a look at it.
Yeah, I was wondering, how do you get is that a thing where you get turn my lights on? Where you get those QR codes that are right under your pictures? What does that link you to? In some of these?
Oh, so yeah, that's actually the. Oh, that's fun. Sorry, I just got onto Twitter and there's a whole bunch of stuff from Uplift World I haven't seen before. Okay, thanks. Sorry, dude, brain fart. What was the question?
The QR codes that I keep seeing at the bottom of people's art.
Yeah.
Is that to link you to something or?
Yeah, you could just, their QR code generators are actually easy to find. I'll send you one, and you can actually put logos in the middle of them. It's they're free to make, right? So they go wherever you want, right? So for any picture that you have up, it could go to a blog post, or it could go to the sale page for that asset on OpenSea, or really anywhere, right? And programming them is very, very easy.
So that QR code could essentially link us to the Unusual Guests OpenSea page, and people
or Discord or whatever, right? Yeah, wherever you want it to go. And I think the best way to think about these things now is it's like a 4-dimensional website that you can walk through, right? And so you think about the kinds of things that you want people to experience and see and be a part of, and then where do you want them to go, right? And those QR codes is basically just the really simple way to get them there.
Yeah, Corey, how many members do you guys usually have like at a time in survival or in creative mode? Is it just random in different worlds?
It's definitely different. I mean, the one thing we gave away a lot of land in Uplift and London, and I would say that like those are probably the maps where we have the most people the most often. But the survival worlds definitely have more foot traffic, like without a shadow of a doubt. So we could say that. And I think like the where the creative world stuff sort of makes up for it is, in events, right? Because people are building these galleries and having that stuff go out there, or, in the content that gets created. Because, I think the more people have experienced videos of the Rubik's Cube gallery than have stood in it, right? But that's like the attention flow that eventually people are astounded when they actually get to walk through it. Here is the island picture. TC, I would love to get your opinion on this. So basically, the idea would be, right? We want to try and actually, I'd love to get Jen involved in this too, because like she's done things with there we go, with these kind of colors. If I'm on the road, so unfortunately I can't get in game and stream right now. But like the village that my cousin Jen created in Old World, it's just like it's like just color insanity.
Almost got like an Alice in Wonderland vibe to it a little bit.
Yeah.
But those characters, the traits that they have are awesome. Like some of the rare ones and some of the ones that you were just showing earlier are just killer. And we got another Genesis 50 token collection coming out that we're going to start running contests and airdropping to exclusive holders very soon, within the next week or two.
Yep.
And we still have a collection. Our original collection was supposed to be 8,765. Mm-hmm. So we cut that down to 4,567 about 3 weeks before mint day, and decided it was best for the community to run a smaller collection. And the mint didn't go great for some technical website issues. And I don't know if you know about that in this space. If one little thing goes wrong on mint day, you kind of just get left in the dust, and it's really sad. And it's just the hype behind this project before was people were dying to get on the whitelist and dying to be able to mint one. Yep. And it just ended up being very slow due to like 2 little problems on the actual mint day. And we just couldn't recover from it.
Well, I mean, I'm excited that you guys are just, that you're continuing to build, right? I mean, that's like, it's startup land, right? Things they go perfectly.
The community actually kind of pushed the original team to allow us to have a little bit more control, I'll say. We're kind of working together with them now instead of them leading us. Mm-hmm. We're kind of pushing out everything, like me contacting you is kind of like the way we're going. We're trying to make this more of a community build now. As far as like going forward, we don't want to drop a second collection until we get more traffic, obviously.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense, right? You basically like, grow the community, and clearly the art, stands for itself. That's why it's exciting for me to be able to offer you guys something like this where you're going to have, that much more, right?
We're so appreciative. It's unbelievable.
Cool. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. TC Jen would be really good for this, but like she's running our budget committee now. Like Jen is in demand. But yeah, I think like what's possible. Yeah, like going to our Discord, you should do this actually. Like take this picture into the Uplift Discord and so like if you guys were going to build something like this in survival, where would you start? And like $5, you get 3 people that are like, oh my god, that's A, that's crazy. B, this is how we would do it, right?
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should just kind of mill around in there for a little bit and try and find somebody that'll work for NFTs.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and in our community, like we've got builders that are tremendous. and a very helper attitude. And some of them that are doing it for money or whatever. But I would be surprised if you didn't find somebody who wanted to do it for NFTs.
That's awesome. What are you guys exactly dropping in June that you said it's like in 45 days? Is that a collection of the land that you're selling?
Yeah, so like all of our land NFTs right now are on Wax, right? That's where we built our core community. So the 2 maps that we're releasing now, the NFTs are going to be on Ethereum. So we're going to mint them on Ethereum. So when we get to that point, when you guys have something built, we're going to be minting that NFT. We're actually going to be giving it to your team.
That's awesome.
Right? So you guys will own it. Down the road, if somebody wants to buy it for $1 million, go with God. Have fun, right? And so yeah, and then like we're going to be spacing out all of the projects that come in, so that your community is going to be able to go in onto a map-based auction, which is how we do things. They'll know where your plot is, and they'll be able to buy a piece of land right next door if they want to, right? And I think like especially if it's in the ocean, you guys are yourselves probably going to want to buy the 2 pieces of land kitty corner to yours, so that you can build that whole thing out, right?
Okay.
And I don't think they're going to be that expensive. Like I think that they're probably going to start at like 0.1 or something. So yeah, like so the NFTs will basically be minted on Ethereum, and you'll be able to connect your Ethereum wallet to our system, and then it'll recognize, and you'll be able to kind of add your Minecraft user account.
So it's the same type of thing as a basic metaverse, like a sandbox or whatever, where if our land is really seeing tons of foot traffic and people are going to want to be near us, correct?
Yep.
And that land will go for more value.
100%. And if it's seeing a lot of foot traffic, you're going to get more Upliftium as well. Right. So that our in-game token is specifically designed to benefit landholders who have a lot of people coming to their platform.
Right. Now, is Upliftium eventually looking to be like something I would find on Coinbase or something like that, or is that
so technically, because
not that I'm asking for it, especially currently with the market. So I really
no. Well, and like honestly, like we're just releasing as a DAO, right? And our Uplift DAO token, I fully expect it to see it everywhere. Totally, a different ball game, and that I expect to see, all over the place, which is exciting. But Upliftium, we did something kind of interesting with it, and that's not to say that it won't be different now. We had a Web 2 parent company until about 9 days ago, and so anything that had to do with tokens and crypto, they literally hated every bit of it. Which was created some tension that was unhealthy, in my humble opinion. So, but it created some interesting situations. So basically, we have an in-game token called Upliftium. It's basically like an internal point system, right? It's all on our centralized server, but you can withdraw it as an NFT. So if you earn up to 1 million Upliftium, you can withdraw that as an NFT and take it to the Wax blockchain and buy, sell, trade it, whatever. Now, literally within hours of us releasing this system, another project called Kate created a system where you could trade that NFT in for a token. So there's a token called Liftium on the Wax blockchain that you can trade on Alcor.exchange. There's swap pools, or it's a whole thing, right? That is all over the place. Now, we didn't make that, and we don't kind of officially endorse it because we don't have to. Right, but it's out there, and so people can have it in its token form, and you can trade it back and forth between the NFT. And then if you want to bring it in to do picture installs or use any of the other services that we have that you need Upliftium for, you can basically melt it back into an NFT and have that back into our system. So it's an interesting loop. Now, we definitely will have the availability to mint Upliftium NFTs. So basically taking that out of the game. Onto any chain that we go to, right? So we're going to be on Ethereum. Chances are it's going to be more like 10 million because, why waste the effort with the transaction cost or whatever, right? Because I don't know how much you know about Wax, but it's free, basically.
I just downloaded all that stuff you said the other day, and I was tinkering around with it.
Yeah, so like transactions on Wax are free, right? As long as you're staking like a tiny little bit of Wax, it's all covered.
Yeah.
And we're used to that over here, where we can do like thousands of transactions and nobody gives a shit, right? Like that's like just sort of how things work over here, right? So doing 1 million Upliftium as into an NFT just makes sense. Fine. So we'll do a little bit more, but like again, we're going to be on Solana before long. We're going to be on a couple of different chains, and so but we are committing to having that so that you can get that Upliftium out in a form that can be bought, sold, traded. You
That's
can
awesome,
right? Yep. Yeah, and the DAO token just got minted a few days ago, so that's a thing. We're going to be making it available to our community. 25% of it is going out. We're just giving it to the community. That based on like land ownership, up to a snapshot that we took a couple weeks ago, and anybody who gets any land between now and our next snapshot, probably in 3 or 4 months, is going to get another tranche. So a really good excuse to pile up on Wax land while it's super cheap, and Upliftium too. Yeah, so the real Mr. Roboto would like you to know that you are cute.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Roboto.
Yeah. And Game Control 1, love the art. Yeah, I mean I do too, man. And I think like Eric, to your point, like the it's gonna look amazing in World. Like it just
I just think it fits perfect. I'm so glad that we connected because it was a member in the Unusual Guest Discord, and I can't remember his name, but he definitely thinks the world of you guys, and it's slipping my mind now, and I owe him a huge vote of thanks. He'll be getting one of them rare 50 Genesis collections for sure if I have anything to say about it.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, and really like connecting with people that like you, that get as excited about this as we are. Like it really, the fact that you guys recognize the opportunity, right?
Oh yeah.
And I know we'll just run headlong at it. I mean, that's what makes everything about the Uplift end up working, right? The number of people that are coming in, they get super passionate about it, and they start building things in World that will last forever, right? Like these things are going to be around years from now.
Yep.
And then connecting with the rest of our community who all feel exactly the same way. Like it has a real power to it.
Yeah, and I think these guys that are in your Discord and these people making these builds are going to have a really easy time making a living building for people in the sandbox and all these other metaverse. Because I look every day, someone's looking for a builder to do something for their new plot. They bought the plot of land. They have no idea what the hell to do with it.
I mean, it's super common. Out of the 100 projects that we're going to get in, I think, probably fully 3/4 are going to require some kind of help.
Yeah, I mean,
or just want it, right?
You see it constantly. I mean, everyone says they're offering this utility of, well, we bought a space in the metaverse. Or on the other side, everyone's like, and now what do I do? They're like, I don't know. Well, we have it. We own it. Well, that's great. Congratulations on owning it.
Well, and this is where I hope we can reduce some friction and do so. The next step for you, Eric, is going to be my Jen, who we're talking about, who does a lot of builds like this. She's going to be connecting with each one of the projects and basically onboarding you, like any help that you need. Cool. Getting the passports, which are going to be like your temporary access into the worlds before we mint the land NFTs, right? And can connect you with builders and basically get you in World and show you how everything works so that it all makes sense and you guys are off to the races.
That's awesome, man.
Indeed.
Yeah, there's another project I wanted to run by you while I have you here. It's
of course.
It's a project I'm partnering with. It's called Ngram. I don't know if you've heard of it at all. It's ENGRAM. It's basically a new social platform for Web3.
Okay.
That is launching, mostly to do with the NFT world, NFT space, where it kind of brings Discord, Twitter, and OpenSea together.
Okay.
I don't want to compare it to the Instagram for NFT on Web3, but that's what I will give you as a gist.
Yes.
But they're looking for partners where they're looking to just get people on board, projects. I thought of you guys right away just because of how much you're doing for the communities and stuff, and they're willing to do things for your community, whether they're going to drop a initial token pass, about 3,500 tokens exactly, where they're going to give them out, and that's going to be your exclusive accessibility to Ngram, to enjoy their platform, to share NFTs, to look for people's NFTs, to connect, to do spaces on there. It's a pretty awesome platform.
Yeah,
it would definitely be something for your Tech Talk Tuesdays or Monday things that I think you should get those guys. And I'm real close with them. And anytime if you want to connect with them.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, anybody building in this space, like this is why this channel exists, right?
Yeah.
And would love to
I'll get you their information over time. I know you're busy as can be as well. And
that's by design though, man. And this is the thing, like the kind of Instagram for NFTs, like this is inevitable, right?
Yep.
Like and projects are going to be running into the space And the hardest thing to do is always going to be about network effect and attention, right? And learning about what other projects are doing and connecting Ngram with the different projects that we're connected with. Like ultimately, at the end of the day, like there's going to be tons of metaverses out there. Fine, right? In a lot of them, like there's not going to be enough actual networking of all the projects, so people are just going to be in there on their own and they're not going to be doing anything. The relationships, for me anyway, right? The relationships that we can build among all of the partner projects that are building in the uplift is all the marbles.
Yep.
Like it's what makes us anti-fragile and sets up the situation where all the people that are working with us have the best chance themselves to succeed, which ends up being really, really good for everybody.
That's the best thing you've said on this entire video. Awesome.
Show over.
End it. Mic drop it.
Yeah, Rocket Gallery. So I don't know if you've seen, and I think they were actually behind the Rubik's Cube thing that we just watched. So Rocket Gallery, They were the first group to build a gallery in the uplift, right?
It's awesome.
And since they've built a few, and they're just kind of titans in the space as far as I'm concerned. Now, they introduced me to Magic Mind, and I'm hoping that we're going to be able to build them a special gallery in the Ethereum worlds. And like flat out, I want to actually have, I want to have them, the Rocket Gallery, actually come in and build a gallery themselves on Ethereum, because they've been introducing us to all these Ethereum projects anyway. So I just think it makes sense. Yeah. So Real Mr. Roboto's trying to disagree here, and for all I know, that might be right. So you say, Corey, you're amazing, but wrong. I believe there's going to be one metaverse that takes the lion's share of users. Otherwise, the fragmentation will make metaverses worthless commercially. And again, like if we were talking about a Web 2 scenario, I would totally agree. Right? Facebook is proof of that.
You're talking about all these people that still don't even know what Web 3 is yet, though.
Right. And I want to give credit to the idea that it's possible that Web 3 goes exactly the same way as every other industry, right? Where ultimately network effect and attention over time accrue to one company. That's possible, right? And we see that all too often. I am going to fight that anyway, right? Or maybe it'll be the uplift. It'll be the only one. Probably not.
We'll take that.
Like, okay.
Well, if that's the case, then that's okay.
But I don't feel comfortable trying to build for that, because I don't believe it's true, right? Like, and it's definitely possible, but like there's it's just, who knows, right? Like that's like
the other end if I had to.
That's the just something that I guess I just don't have the context for. So at the end of the day, I know we're building something long term, right? And it's going to be around, right? And like, is it going to get 95% of market share? No. Right. But these things, I feel like they're building up as cities, like as city states. And, there's some that are going to come out. They're going to be like, Meta is going to be multi-country size. Okay. Right. Yeah. But like, New York's a pretty fucking big city.
I'll take it.
Right. It's my personal belief that it's going to eschew that kind of economic theory. And again, I could be wrong, but I just have a funny feeling about it. I think this is going to be able to stay very viably niche for a long time. It's like there's not one video game.
No.
Right? There's lots of video games. And there's a reason for that. And I think that we're going to end up being...
There's a lot of people that never want to go to New York City. And they just want to
right.
somewhere else. They want to go somewhere else and visit. And
right.
That's the way I look at it, just like
right.
you said.
And there's going to be that, different kinds of rules. People are going to be able to go to different places. And again, like that's kind of true in social media too. And in social media, I've been in a couple of social media startups. It's fucking hard. Generally speaking, does not work. No. Right? Like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, they have your lunch already, and trying to steal any market share from them is basically futile. Right?
Yep.
It really is. And so like it comes very naturally, I think, to sort of assume that that'll go the same way. And it might, but I'm going to fight it anyway.
Fight the good fight, sir. I like it.
What are you going to do? Yeah, because I feel like even within our own ecosystem, each world is going to end up having its own DAO and making its own rules.
Yep.
Right? And, there is so much interest in that already that, that's part of why I think that it's going to stay decentralized. There's this opportunity to be testing out new things at such a different scale that, a company that doesn't have that capacity is going to be going too slow. Yeah. So, and so this is the point. Roboto, I wonder how many social media companies are created for each one that worked. Totally. Like that.
Tons.
Web 2. Right. Tons. right?
But
So
the
like
Web3 people are a different breed, man. They stick with Web3. They are so done with Web2, it's not even funny.
Right. And for now, like this is our moment to test things, right? Like this is our Napster moment, the Uber moment, the Airbnb moment, right? Where there is a real opportunity to be in a different way moving forward. And yeah, Rocket Gallery, the beauty of decentralization and blockchain. And again, like we're experiencing that heavily with our move over to a DAO. Like this is a different way to self-govern, right? And I think there is a power in it. And it's going to be more complex and challenging in a lot of ways, right? But there's a power in leveraging the entire community worth of energy and creativity and ideas and innovation, and dynamically allocating work and benefit and reward sharing and right, that we haven't seen before. Like we're making that bet in real time that it's going to have the capacity to do things that like Facebook's not going to be able to do, right? And I think that sets us up for long-term success. And like, are we going to be the biggest thing in the world? No, but I definitely don't think we're going to die.
No, I don't either.
So I guess we'll live somewhere between taking the universe over and just being, around.
I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that.
Me too, actually, right? Like,
yeah, I don't want either. I want other ends.
100%. Like, I think like if the worst case scenario is like, me and all of my friends and all of you guys are building things and enjoying this. And 10 years from now, the Rocket Galleries selling some of his early galleries for like 10 million a piece. And then we're not $1 billion company probably then, right? Who cares?
Yeah, right.
Like, just like, it doesn't matter, right? That's like, I think we will have created some really amazing success and a lot of rewards for a lot of people, which is sort of,
and happiness counts for something.
Amen. Amen. All right. So yeah, next up is we're gonna book you with Jen, and she's gonna get you guys onboarded and get all that stuff sorted. And I think
connect me with Jen. Let me know what I need to do on that end, and we'll be good to go.
I think she's gonna do those live too, so it's gonna be another opportunity for hey guys, you're not part of the show. For your community to kind of get in front of our community, because we really want to create those relationships, which again I personally believe is just a huge pillar underneath what we're trying to build. So
will we be able to share this video with people that were sleeping?
Yeah, 100%. Cool. Yep. Yeah, it'll be live on our channel. The same one that you used to share it out initially is going to work 5 minutes from now. Yep,
that works. You're 100%. The man.
All right. Thanks, Eric. We'll talk to you again.
All right, brother. It was good talking to you.
All right. Cheers.
Later.